week, Microsoft and the U.S. government announced China-based hackers had breached email accounts at least 24 organizations, including U.S. government agencies. A source tells CNN that includes the Secretary of Commerce's email account. And with us now, Democratic Congressman Khanna of California and Republican Congressman Mike Gallagher of Wisconsin. Both are on the Select Committee on Strategic Competition between U.S. and China, which meets tonight. Gallagher is the chair of that. And they're also on the Armed Services Subcommittee on Cyber, IT, and Innovation. Congressman Khanna, these Chinese hackers are snooping around the State Department. They even accessed the emails of the Secretary of Commerce. What do you think they're hoping to find?
Well, frankly, it's not very relevant what they're hoping to find. What's relevant is that they can't be doing this. And we know that the cyber threat is significant, not just to our government, but to Taiwan, to many of our allies. And we need to make sure that we have all of the resources to our cyber command to tackle this so that we have both offensive and defensive capability, and that we make it clear to the Chinese it's simply unacceptable.
Congressman Gallagher, Chairman Gallagher, some members of Congress were reportedly targeted in this hack. Do you have any idea specifically who was targeted and if any sensitive information was breached?
I do not, but I think as a member of Congress, you have to assume that you are a target, particularly a target of the Chinese Communist Party, and you have to take steps to make yourself a hard target. One thing I think it would be wise for us to invest in is just basic cyber hygiene and education, as well as just broader counterintelligence hygiene and education for your average member of Congress. A lot of people come here without national security experience. They may be new to this concept, and so having a better process when we onboard people to make sure we're doing basic things like two-factor authentication, to me, is a logical, common-sense step forward.
Congressman Khanna, I also want to discuss the work that you two do together on the Cyber Subcommittee, specifically when it comes to artificial intelligence, or AI. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is investigating OpenAI for possible violations of consumer protection law. They're also seeking records from the maker of ChatGPT about how they handle personal data. They're worried about the potential to give users inaccurate information. So you represent Silicon Valley. We know the concerns about AI and ChatGPT. What concerns are you hearing from the executives there?
Well, there are obviously concerns. There are concerns about what this technology could do in terms of potentially killer robots or things that get out of control. There are concerns about what it could do in terms of discrimination or not having good data in and bad outcomes. And that's why, Mike and I last night did a chat with Elon Musk, and even he called for regulation and a regulation agency so we have smart regulation. My concern with the FTC, I don't want to say whether they're doing this is correct or not. I defer to them. But we can't have policy by agency lawsuits. We need to have Congress come up with some principles and have Congress decide, not agencies have ad hoc cases.
Yeah, well, leaders of Silicon Valley, people involved in the AI space, have been practically begging for regulation. Chairman Gallagher, why won't Congress act? It seems as though it's obvious that something needs to be done and quickly.
I think we will. I think we must. I think there is a problem of basic technological fluency when you're dealing with members of Congress. That's why it's so important to have someone like Khanna, who is from the technology innovation capital of America, kind of be acting as a thought leader on these issues. One thing I know for certain is that if we pause or if we fail to strike the appropriate balance between guarding against the worst use cases of AI, the killer robot hypothesis, while also ensuring that we dominate the innovation in this space, the Chinese Communist Party will beat us in the AI race, and I can guarantee you they will use this technology for evil. So finding a way in which we keep our foot on the gas when it comes to innovation, but take the concerns about ethical use of AI seriously, is the balance we have to strike going forward.
So, Chairman Gallagher, Congressman Khanna just mentioned that you sat down with Elon Musk for a chat on Twitter Spaces about AI. Musk said that he believes China is on Team Humanity. That's a term he used, and that China would be willing to work with the international community on common guidelines for AI. Do you agree with that, Chairman Gallagher, that China's on Team Humanity?
No, I disagree strongly and said as much in the moment. And again, the issue is not with the Chinese people. It's with the Chinese Communist Party, which is, in fact, not only launching cyber attacks, stealing our intellectual property, attempting to coerce us economically, but also threatening war by attempting to take Taiwan, by political warfare, and if necessary, by force, and, of course, committing genocide. So I don't know how you can be on Team Humanity when you're actively committing genocide. So my view is that the Chinese Communist Party is the foremost enemy of freedom around the world right now, and we don't do ourselves any favor by ignoring that fact. And they've proven time and again that they can't be trusted to act as constructive actors in a variety of international fora.
And Congressman Khanna, Musk once said that AI could cause civilization destruction, but now he's announced the formation of his own AI company. You've observed what Musk has done with Twitter. Do you trust him with a product that could, in his own words, destroy civilization?
Well, I don't trust him if they're not regulations. But Musk last night himself said you need something like the FDA to regulate AI. One of the things that was interesting is he said, look, he puts it at 70–80% probability that AI could be used for good things, for personalizing education, personalizing health outcomes, bringing back manufacturing because we're improving supply chains. But we need to regulate it, and we need to have standards. And, you know, one of the things I respect about Chairman Gallagher is he's not looked at the China Committee or on the armed services to score political points. He wants to have a reasonable conversation. That's what it's going to take to actually get something done.
Congressman Ro Khanna, Chairman Mike Gallagher, thanks to both of you.
Thank you.